It's almost time. Time for what? Time for Miss Melinda's Bible story time. And I'm so glad that you could join us again today for another great Bible story. Today we'll be continuing our trek through the Bible with Noah and God's promises. But before we do that, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, I love you. Good morning to all of my Storytime friends. All of my friends from Charleston First Church of the Nazarene and Elk River Church of the Nazarene and whatever church that you may attend, I want you to know that Miss Melinda loves you very, very much and is so glad you could join me for one of my favorite Bible stories. Now, the last story we read, Noah and his family were still on the ark in the middle of all the water. But let's see what happens next. Noah and God's promise comes to us from Genesis chapter 8. And it says, water was everywhere. Noah sent a raven to look for dry land. Do you know what a raven is, friend? It's a bird that was on the ark with Noah and his family. It's a giant blackbird. Beautiful bird. Noah and the animals in the ark waited and waited for the water to go down. After the raven, Noah sent out a dove twice. So now Noah has sent the raven, but the raven didn't come back. And he sent out 2 doves. The second time, the dove returned with an olive leaf in its beak. This meant that somewhere there were places dry enough for trees and plants to grow. Isn't that wonderful? After he sent the second dove out, it finally came back with a piece of olive leaf, and that meant that somewhere dry land was coming back. God said to Noah, "You, your family, and all the animals may leave the boat, go onto the land, and build homes." What do you think Noah did when God commanded him to leave the boat? Considering that God had told Noah to build a boat when they lived in a desert area where there was very little water, and Noah did what God told him to do then, and he saw the horrible flood that rained down on the earth and knew that God was right in what he told him to do, I bet Noah listened to God when he told him that it was time to leave the boat. Yep, God kept his promise. He kept Noah and his family and all the animals safe and sound. Oh my goodness. And just like Noah knew that God would keep his promise to him, God still keeps his promises to us today. And that, my friends, was the end of that story. That was a really short one. Would you like to read one more? I think I would too. This one's called Noah and God's Gift, and it's also from Genesis 8 and into Genesis 9. Noah thanked God for keeping them safe. Then God gave Noah a gift. God not only kept his promise to Noah, he continued to give. When we show God how much we love him, when we thank him and talk to him and include him in our lives, when we show God we want to have a relationship with him, he blesses us beyond abundance. That means he just gives and gives and gives because he loves us, just like our family does. God's gift to Noah and to us is the rainbow. This is God's sign that he always keeps his promises. And just as the colors are endless, so the rainbow is endless. And just like the rainbow, God's love goes on and on and on. Look at the beautiful rainbow, friends. A lot of people around St. Patrick's Day say that the leprechaun keeps a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But that's just a make-believe story. The truth is, a rainbow goes on without end, just like God's love for us. And that was the end of our second story. When I join you next week, we're going to learn about the beginning of the Tower of Babel. That's pretty exciting. But I hope that you were inspired by today's stories, friends, and that you just remember, if nothing else, how much God loves us. He loved us so much that He allowed us to be saved, even when He rained the flood down upon the earth. He talked to Noah and told him to build a boat. And because Noah obeyed God, humans are still here on the earth today. And God kept His promise to Noah just as He keeps His promise to us. So on these rainy days, look up in the sky, and if you'll see a rainbow, you'll know that's God's gift, showing us His endless, boundless love. And until we can be together in the sanctuary again, friends, please know that your church family at Charleston First Church of the Nazarene and Elk River Church of the Nazarene loves you very, very much. Until we can all be together and see you again, friends, goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed our Bible story.